Hello, Internet Nation. Alexandra here, and this is the last time you're gonna see me with glasses. This is kind of a before video, a little life update, I guess. I've made so many videos that I have not released. I work a new job now. It is at an animal shelter. It is some of the most emotional work I've ever done. I feel like I get broken down as an individual every single day, and it's horrifying. But I love it. Like, it's fun when it's fun. It's fallen to shit since I started working there. Everything is terrible, and just when you think it can get worse, it gets worse. And on top of it getting worse, I already know that it's gonna get worse because we're gonna be in much worse situations because we're already incapable of handling what we're supposed to be, or not what we're supposed to be, what we're asked to handle. And soon we're gonna have less space. Fun, but I like the people that I work with, and I get to see lots of cool animals. Like, I've seen more animals in the shelter than I have just living in New York. You know, I got to see a swan last week, and it hissed at me. That was fun. So it's like, it's really fun. And the job has insurance, which is amazing. And I found out through my insurance that I can get $1,000 off of LASIK this month. So, considering I decided to get LASIK, like, for sure go through with it a few weeks ago. Like, I've thought about it for, I have a limit of 51 minutes. Cool. I'll try to keep this short. But yeah, I decided a few months ago that I was going to proceed and get LASIK. I've thought about it for a few years now, but I'm a big baby, and the idea of them lasering my eyeballs is super scary. You know, like, it's not like that. That seems less scary than them lasering my eyeballs. Not even because it's like them lasering my eyeballs, it's more of like a, what if they fuck up? What if it doesn't go right kind of way, you know? Like, I already can't see. I mean, I guess how worse can it get than that? Because I already can't see. What is it going to make my prescription stronger? Well, I mean, maybe they'll laser my eyeballs. I have very ADHD eyes. It's really hard for me to focus on. I can see my eyes darting all over the place. It's really hard for me to focus on a spot. So you want me to focus on a laser for like 10 solid minutes? I don't even know if I can, bro. Like, just one spot. I mean, I guess if all I see is the laser, my eyes won't really be darting around all that much because it's just like that. But I don't know. I should have asked the very nice ladies at the center, which, like, it helps that well, there's only two people, but it helps that the people that I talked to at the center had got it, and they were extremely enthusiastic about it, which is like what I expect, honestly, after like LASIK, because I don't know if I've ever said this in a video, but the concept of wearing glasses is, well, not even the concept of wearing glasses, the concept of needing glasses, of being blind. What is the current classification for, like, when your eyes are fuzzy, you know? Because, like, blind is blind, like, you know, can't see anything. That's what I imagine blind being, but like, the world is fuzzy for me, and I need pieces of refracted glass to help me see non-fuzzily, even though, like, when your glasses get fucked up, then you're dealing with some semblance of fuzziness, especially like these. It's just like the sun bounces off of them, and sometimes I just can't see because there's just sunlight all over the place. And I won't have to deal with that anymore. Like, I already imagine that, like, as soon as it's done and I can see, and then my brain goes, I can see, it's clear, which I guess won't happen for a few days because, like, my eyes will need time to adjust. But, like, I imagine that, you know, for one, I'm just going to be crying all the time. Like, I imagine the first shower, not needing glasses, just, it would be amazing to shave and not have to rely on glasses that I have to constantly clean because I have to wipe the steam off of them so I can continue to see. It would be nice to shave in the shower and like just wash in the shower. It would be nice to like wash my face and still be able to see. That would be amazing. I would love that. Cannot wait for that. When I wake up the first time and I like open my eyes and it's clear, like imagine seeing in the dark. I mean, like seeing like you know the normal amount and not it being fuzzy. Like when you wake up in the middle of the night and it's dark, and like you can just see. Like I can't tell you how many times I just hear bumps, and I'm just like slightly paranoid. And when I hear a bump, I usually like hyper focus and listen on that thing to see what comes next. I mean that's just the byproduct of having a ferret, and they're most active at night. Literally, as soon as I lay down to go to sleep, she's running around the room. But I think that's just the byproduct of that, of like pausing to listen and like see what she's doing, making sure she's okay and going to the right places and not getting into anything she shouldn't be getting into. So like even though she's gone, I still do that to make sure there's not like a rat or a roach or like some animal I didn't invite into my room running around. And like, you know, sometimes those sounds can be an intruder and you gotta grab your weapons if there is an intruder in the house. Because, like, if somebody's attacking one of my roommates, I'm now attacking you, you know? And if you're coming for me, I gotta be ready. And nothing sucks more than, like, waking up in the middle of the night and there's an intruder in your room, and now you gotta, like, not only listen to identify if that is indeed an intruder, or, you know, just a bump in the night, and at the same time, slowly reach for your glasses silently in a manner that they can't see so that you can see if there actually is an intruder, you know? Because, like, step one is turn on the light, and then step two is look around. But, like, when you wear glasses, there's a whole extra step of remember where you put your glasses and then get them and put them on your face. So it would be nice to skip that whole step. Plus, like, you know, we got this going on. It would be nice to not have that, just like, you know, face. It would be nice to experience my face, you know. I'm still young and hip, you know. It would be nice to put some makeup on and then you can see it, which would I guess would mean that I have to get good at doing eye makeup, but you know, maybe I can get good at eye makeup when the mirror isn't this close to my face. You know, because it's really hard to see everything when you're blocking your own light because you have to be this close to the mirror so that you can see without your glasses, and you can't be wearing glasses when you're doing your makeup. How fun would that be? Maybe I could get good at makeup. We'll see. This year has been kind of wild. I'll be fully heathen enough to let y'all listen to me cough, but not fully heathen enough to let y'all listen to me spit. I won't subject you to that. But this year has been interesting. So I've been on the lookout for a cat, and I've fallen in love like twice now. But the first one went to a rescue because she was a wobbly kitten with a funky eyeball. And you know, I was totally prepared to drop like my non-existent life savings on whatever care that cat needed because I am a sucker, and there are just certain like I'm a follow your heart kind of nigga, and sometimes it is not smart to follow your heart. Yes, I also follow my brain too. It's a collaborative effort between mind, body, soul, and I guess that's all there is to it. But you know, we're all in this together, and when it comes down to an animal, if I'm just like, because, you know, Tati said that I can't have a ferret because they stinky. Fair. I can't have a dog because they loud. Fair. I'm also like, I'm working a 9 to 5 now, so that's like not fair to my poor little baby to be home, and not fair to my poor little wallet to like have to pay for a dog walker because I would definitely get a dog walker to walk my dog while like at least once while I'm at work, like, you know, at the very least hang out with the motherfucker. But she said I could do a cat, and you know, I almost said I always wanted a cat, which I've always wanted animals. I'm a sucker for animals, but I always envision me having a cat. I'm not really enthusiastic about having a cat the way I am about having a dog, and definitely not the way I am about having a ferret, but I've always envisioned a cat in my life to just be there to help raise the other animals, you know, as like a nice sibling for them, an elder, if you will. But I see cats in very high regard. One does not own a cat, one is owned by a cat. And I would like to go super fuzzy or very naked, you know, super fluffy. And or ew, what the fuck is that thing, bro? You know? You know, something I can go on walks with, put in cute sweaters, you know? Get really young so I can get them used to that stuff. But I've fallen in love twice. The first one was a wobbly cat. The second one was in a litter of like 3 or 4 other kittens. I think there was 5 of them in total, and the one died. And then there was just the 4 of them. And I was totally down to foster all 4 of them fuckers just so I could have the one. You know, commitment. You know, because like when you have an animal, it's kind of a full-time job, which is why people refer to it as like that's your baby, because that's your child, because like it's the same amount of work. Maybe not like the same, but it's a lot of work. And when you look down at it, it's the same amount of like commitment and effort. If you want to have a perfect little angel, you know, some people they just get pets and not realize that like some animals require more than other animals, like pit bulls per se, because like you know these strong breeds require a strong hand, which is ironic to me because I am very soft with all of my animals. You're not mine, so I'm not gonna like drill sergeant the way I would with my dog, but not like rough. But at the same time, I get a respect. I think of Stokely. He was a big boy, and like the first time I took his leash, he like dragged me down the sidewalk, almost twisted my ankle because my ankle was hurt from an injury I received previously, and I was wearing platforms. So I was not ready to be walking a giant, muscular pit bull at that moment. You know, that was one of those things I had to do in flats. But by the time well, maybe not when I brought him home because he was excited to see his house, but by the end of the time that I had him, I was loose leash walking this mofo. He was not pulling me unless there was something of interest that he saw, which, understandable. You can be excited. Like, I'm not going to allow you to, like, yoink my ass. I will, like, stiffen myself and go at my own pace. But, you know, you can only slow the motherfuckers down so much. But I'm not going to let you drag my ass down the sidewalk, you know? But he was doing good. So, like, even if my little ass can sync up my energy with an animal and get them to be on my wavelength to like behave and understand that we're not going to act a fool up in this bitch. We can be excited, but we're not going to act a fool. And if like, you know, you get into some beef, you can hide behind me. You can definitely come and run and hide behind me because I'm a square up on a motherfucker. Like, who are you? You trying to hump my dog? You trying to mess with my dog? No, fuck out of here. Go over there. Go find your person. Fuck out of here, you know? It's a respect kind of thing. Why did I start this rant? Anyway, the second cat, they finally emailed me back about her, which I guess I was kind of waiting, holding it out, because they were 4 weeks old when they came into the shelter, and to adopt a kitten, they must be 8 weeks old at the very least, because that's when they can be separated from their siblings in order to be socialized enough to like be adoptable and like be a good house cat or a friendly cat in general, you know? And they finally messaged me. Oh, imagine my guffaw when they messaged me on the same day as my LASIK appointment. Literally, the lady was talking to me at the place, and as I'm like getting ready to leave, I'm not even trying not to cry because fuck trying not to cry. You know, if you feel like crying, just fucking cry, you know? So, like, plus I already told them I'm probably gonna cry right after this because the first time I can see, I'm gonna cry. You know, I've just a weight off my chest. I have a cute face. I want to utilize that. I want to use this for evil. I'm kidding. Or am I? Well, I guess we'll find out. But what magic you know? This year has been awesome. I'm gonna get a kitty, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully, because the last place was like your room is chaotic. You can't know. And I think like this time I might use Tachi's room because her room is more regular room looking, I guess. A lot less things to knock over, but like I do not want a cat that jumps on my shelves. Like I will construct a unit for which you to get your jumpies in and your scratchies and your destruction. But like my toys are my toys, your toys are your toys. Your space is your space. I can accommodate for you. Let's just have some structure, you know? I don't know. I'm willing to rearrange my whole life, you know? I'm looking into investing into some cases with glass in front of them and then putting all of my Nendoroids in there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of cat I get. I don't know, you know? Maybe I have to take everything down for a while until the kitty learns not to jump on everything. We'll see. That's a journey we'll get to, you know? So hopefully they give me the kitty. I very much would like this kitty, this precious little tortie, and we may go on adventures. We'll see. We'll see. If not, kitten season is coming up. I think spring has started, which means kitten season is here. And there was a lot of cats, a lot of kittens on the schedule. Working in a shelter is stressful. It's like satisfying, but it's stressful, and I imagine it's only gonna get worse. I keep saying that, but it's the truth. But like, I don't know, kind of fun. If we weren't dealing with like a shelter wide issue right now, as well as like a staff shortage, on top of like an overpopulation of dogs, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so bad. Then it could just be fun. We could just like talk to people and like, you know, take dogs in, dogs go out. You know, if anyone's looking for a dog, I think you should adopt. Anybody want a pit bull? We have so many people just don't know how to take care of pit bulls. And there's just so many in the shelter. And they are the sweetest little beans. There are so many dogs in the shelter. I kind of want to start a rescue for bad dogs because we have so many bad dogs. And, like, a lot of them do not have a good potential for being adopted because of their history and their badness. And it makes sense because, like, some of these dogs have been returned a lot. And that's traumatic. You know, it's bad enough when you've been living with somebody for years and then they, like, leave you in a shelter, and now you're like, what the fuck? And shelter life is not fun for a lot of dogs, and it really sucks for these animals that are in the shelter. But like, what you gonna do? You know, all we can do is hope that rescues will take them, or the public will adopt them and not return them. We get so many returns. Oh my fucking god, I'm tired of people returning animals. But like at the same time, some of these animals are super traumatized, so I would like to start a rescue so that like they're a little less traumatized. I mean, I know a little something about a little something, you know? So like undoing trauma, maybe I can do. I'm not sure how animals and trauma work. Like I want to do this thing called a burrow break where you like take an animal out of the shelter for like a day or two and you just like chill with them. Like what I would like to do is take a dog with me on my days off, and like maybe I can just take him with me when I leave on my last day and then just bring them back to the shelter when I come back for work, you know? So just we just hang out for 2 days because at the very most, like there are just some of my days off where I just have nothing to do aside from my one walk. So that's just like 2 hours that I'll be gone, and I have a cage. Well, I guess I no longer have a cage I can put them in. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. what happens. Because if I get this cat, I probably won't be able to do a burrow break because I'll have a cat. But we'll see what happens. Plus I feel like if I do a burrow break, because I can't share any of the animals that are in the shelter as much as I would like to, because I feel like with the small platform that I have, I would be able to at least, maybe pair at least one animal up with a person, you know? At the very least. I have like 1,000 followers, and of those 1,000 people, at least one of them might be interested in one of our animals. But we can't do that. But if I do a burrow break, I'm no different than a regular volunteer, and I can push that one animal as far as I possibly can in the time that I have them, and then I can just tell that person exactly where to get them, their number, and let everybody that adoptions know that they're interested so they can reach out and do all the stuff and try to reserve that animal, because that's one thing I love the most about my job, just working with a bunch of people that love animals and we just want the best. Like, it's literally like a little mini celebration every time an animal gets adopted. Everybody just comes out to say goodbye. And it's so fun, and it's like me and my team, we work as fast as we can to process the animals so that our end is done, and then as long as they get their medical checkups and their behavioral checkups, then at the end of the day they can be on the adoption floor so that people can come and look at them and then maybe be interested in them, and then as soon as the same day they come in, they can have somebody trying to take them out. It's so much easier for cats, but I wish there was a way to make it easier for dogs. Not even fuck us. There was a protest at my job recently, and I am just so fixated on how anyone could wanna shut us down when so many people rely on us. So many people are in situations where they have these animals, and they're trying not to abandon them because we have so many animals that come in that have been abandoned by people, just left in apartments and stuff. And it's heartbreaking, and it's we don't want people to do that. It's better that you bring your animal to us instead of abandoning them and leaving them behind. It's just so many people come to us for food, so many people come to us for medical help and financial help with their animals, and it's just without us there would be chaos. What would even happen to all of the animals in our care? Literally, fuck us, fuck our job. All we give a shit about is the animals. I love animals, y'all. It's nice working in a place that I can push myself. Monday I was having panic attacks all day because my supervisor wanted me to call people to reschedule their appointments, and I hate talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone with strangers. I don't even like talking on the phone with people I enjoy talking to. That's how much I hate it. Let alone calling someone. It sucks reading a person's file, and be like, oh, your situation sucks, and now I have to call you and ask you to hold on to the animal for a longer period of time. But thankfully I've been in customer service long enough where I can just turn that shit off and just, hello, yes, yeah, blah 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 blah, yeah, blah 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 blah. Oh, thank you. And then proceed to panic. I was talking to one of my coworkers about that because she was like, that's not. I was like, oh, that sounded so professional. You couldn't even tell that I was panicking. And she was like, yeah, it sounded like. Oh no, I said thank God for my customer service voice, and she was like, yeah, that sounded so professional. I'm like, if only you could hear me hyping myself up before all of that. Because I hate talking on the phone, and that is my least favorite part of the job, and I have to do so much weird shit. So much weird, uncomfortable shit that I'm ironically just okay with. I have my limits, but there's just some shit talking to the public where that's hard, and just talking to different individuals, people that don't really want to give you information, or remembering all the things that I have to do and all the procedures that have to be done in certain circumstances, and all the questions I have to ask. It's wild, but challenge me, fucking push me, baby. I'm trying to like be the best version of myself. Imagine how awesome I'm gonna be when I'm just so numb to talking to people on the phone. Like I'm gonna be unstoppable. But then again, like I don't know if that's ever gonna become a thing I'm comfortable with. It fucking sucks. I hate talking on the phone. But at least like the phone in my office isn't like low, kinda. I'm hoping every like that's one of the things I hate the phone the most because I do not like talking to people that I cannot understand. I will panic and leave. And if we're on the phone and your voice is so low and I can't hear anything you're saying, I'm not going to know what to do. I'm not going to ask the questions I need to ask. I'm just going to try and run from the situation as fast as I can. And that's a big no-no. You know, I fuck up so much and I'm afraid of like getting fired because of how much I fuck up. I just be fucking up constantly and my supervisors just be like, "Oh, it's okay." But like I mean, I also do a lot of things to even out my fuck ups. You know, I try to be helpful in a lot of ways. I'm usually the one that does all the sweeping of the office and charging all their things to make sure they don't die, which is the first thing I do when I go in after my days off, because if I'm not there, nothing's being charged. I think last time the tablets we used were like on 7% because nobody charged them. So I try to be useful, and I think that evens out all of my chaotic stupidity. I like it. And I mean, I always said that my 30s were gonna be like that's the Jesus years, you know. As far as I've heard, Jesus like came back at the age of 30 and started Jesusing. So like 30s is the year that you go off. I said it was gonna be my year. I didn't realize that the universe was gonna be like, I bet you said you wanted a change in life, new job. Bam. You said you wanted LASIK. Do you really though? Cause you can get some money off this month. I was looking for the discount. That really hurt. I was looking for the discount for like glasses because last month or something, my job has like deals and shit that they offer us, discounts and stuff from places. And last month it was 50% off at Glasses USA, and this month is $1,000 off of LASIK. And I'm just like, damn, the universe really said, fuck them glasses. You going straight to the big boys, right? You wanted to do LASIK, right? You said this was your year, right? You gonna do it, right? They got payment plans, so you gonna commit, right? Right? Literally, I was looking at the payment plans because I was like so worried about the thing, and they're like, "Oh, you don't have to put down a down payment." And like I was thinking the payment plans are gonna be like really expensive, but no, like they started like $96. I mean, granted, you're paying that off for like 64 months, which is a long fucking time to be paying a thing, but it's like $96 a month, which isn't really terrible, you know? And my finances, they really suck because I buy a lot of Nendoroids. Ami Ami has me in a vice grip. Between Ami Ami and marijuana, my finances are just like constantly being choked. So every now and then it just gets a. But it's. And then usually when it like starts to breathe a little bit, that's when fucking Good Smile comes and just like, give me that bitch. You thought you had money? Well, it's mine now. Good Smile's already sitting right there. It's like I had a pre-order. I wasn't expecting until April. And it was like, surprise, bitch, it's coming out in March. And I'm just like, why? Leave me alone. You said April. You said I had time. Apparently I didn't have time, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to finagle my finances a little bit, see what I can do. I don't need to put any money down on this thing, and OnlyFans accumulated a little bit to like throw in a little helping hand. So we gonna do what we're gonna do. And that's figure it out. But anyway, I don't know what's next. I don't know. I'm gonna try and get this cat. I have to rearrange my life. I have to get my lazy ass up and throw out clothing I don't want anymore and organize the clothing that kind of like doesn't have a second life. You know, like those jeans that get the holes in the thighs. I mean, maybe I can turn those into shorts because like one of my favorite pairs of shorts used to be a pair of jeans until I got those thigh holes, and then I cut them, and then it became my favorite pair of shorts. So those fell apart. I don't even know where the fuck they are. Those fell apart, so I guess it's time to replace them with a darker pair. But also, I want to like get rid of half of my clothes, all the shit I don't wear. I mean, I wear even less now because I have to wear a uniform, but like, you know, when I want to feel cute and like something about wearing a uniform makes me want to get cute because it's just like if I have to wear basically the same thing every day because I have like the same multiples of the same pants that I just wear for work because they have 1,000 pockets and they're super comfortable and they're really baggy and we're supposed to wear like very specific things to keep us safe just in case we get like an aggro dog that tries to bite us. It's better to like wear baggy stuff than like form-fitting stuff, you know. And that's like the only thing. Every time I think I have something that I could wear to work, it's like, ah, nah, there's mad holes in this, or oh, nah, this is mad tight, or oh, nah, this is like too loose, it doesn't fit the criteria, it's too thin, you know. So I just want to get rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't even wear, donate the stuff that I still wear, about throw away the stuff that's like falling apart, and then buy new stuff because I deserve a nice pair of jeans, I guess. I'm a shorts person. I should buy new pairs of shorts because all my shorts are old and have been around since like high school. My body has not changed much since like high school. I'm a little more muscular, maybe slightly thinner because of like my daily biking, but like my dad gave me some clothes that were from high school that were like old. They were at his house from when I lived with him. And like I still fit the underwear. It's a little tight, but I still fit it, you know. It's it's the same thing, and you know, maybe I shouldn't have the same clothes that I had since high school. Maybe I deserve a new wardrobe because I'm a princess and I deserve the world. So yeah, I plan on doing that so then maybe I can have a lot more space because I have a lot of clothes and like granted like either like it's time for me to nut up and or shut up. Like granted I want to finish all of my commissions, but I also have a lot of clothing that I got specifically to paint on. So I think it's time that I paint on it and then I can sell it and then it'll be out of my room and I would have done the thing that I got the thing for, you know? It's a win-win all around. And that way, more money, which apparently I'm going to need if I'm going to owe this company mad money. I'm going to do an after video after the procedure. That's probably the next time you're going to see me. And I'm probably just going to be crying the whole time. So be prepared for that, you know? I'm horrified and excited. Part of me, I'm ready for the existential crisis of not having to wear glasses anymore. I've been wearing glasses since I was like 8. I think I was 8 when I first wore glasses. My mom doesn't really remember, but like I asked for context clues and it's roughly 8. I'm 30 now. I've worn glasses for all that time. I do not remember much of my childhood. Therefore, glasses is the only thing I've ever known. I imagine I'm not gonna need them. I'm gonna be gone like this a lot, and there's gonna be nothing there. I mean, I have a pair of glasses, fake glasses that look similar to these. I might wear those for the first few days just to like adjust. Also, they're really cute. It would be nice to not have this line here, you see, because like my nice cheeks are right here. My cheekbones are not this snatched. It would be nice to not have that anymore. And I'm pretty sure these glasses make my eyes look lopsided sometimes. And I would like to enjoy looking young for the next 300 years, you know? You know, it would be nice to not have to worry about that little bruise you get here. I'm hoping that these indents I have in my skin for where my glasses sit on my face for the past 22 years, hopefully that will plump out and then the marks won't, well, I mean, I don't really have black marks like little bruises, but like maybe some facial massages. Plus, it would be nice to massage my face and be able to see it. I so look forward to like messing with my face and not having to worry about not seeing. I'm horrified. They're gonna laser my eyeballs. I have to not, well, I mean, they're gonna like crane my eyeball open so I won't be able to blink. It's gonna be horrifying. I have to decide what teddy bear I'm bringing because I don't think I'll be able to, like, I already have somebody to bring me home. And I told him that, like, we're gonna take the train because the train is close and then we could just take a straight shot. And even for, like, I'm blind, I totally trust him to, like, lead me around. I mean, at the very least, he's big enough to carry me places, which is always fun. I love being carried. But at the same time, like, if it's really bad, I'm just gonna get a cab. You know? Might as well. Just take a cab home and then go to sleep. Like, I don't know if he's gonna stick around for me having to go to sleep because they recommend that I sleep after. But at the very least, I just asked him to take me home. So, like, if he wants to stick around, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. I'm just gonna enjoy my day off because they only do it on Fridays, so I have to take a day off. But my manager said that it's fine, and I told her like 2 weeks in advance, and I just have to like clarify it when I go in to work again to remind her that I need that day off now. I definitely need that day off because it's happening. It's happening, you guys. It's finally happening. I'm gonna be a different person. I'm gonna act up. I'm going to be a mess. You see this face, right? The face, the piercings, the hair. It's aesthetic as fuck. I love the way I look. Like 40% of the time I look at myself and I say, "Oh, that's my mom." Looking a little cranky. And the other 60% I'm like, "Oh, hello. Who is this god? Who is this god looking at me? Why do they craft you in perfection?" And it would be nice to not have to worry about this shit. I always feel weird when I take my glasses. I'm just trying to rip them off because my eyes have to adjust, and it's just like, how do you adjust when you can't like focus and see? If it's not like this close, I can't see it. So it's like, what do they adjust to? I mean, at the very least, it could be worse. At least like, oh, well, actually, no, I feel like when I take my glasses off, they're just like, I can't tell. I can't tell if I did the thing. So I'm trying to move one eye at independently of the other because I have no idea what the fuck my eyes do when I take my glasses off. I just imagine they freak out because they can't see now. Sometimes I'll take my glasses off when I'm riding my bike because it's just a mess seeing out of these. But just a week left. A week and a half, I guess. Just a week and a half. And then they're gonna laser my eyeballs. I'm gonna act a mess. I have work the next day. I literally work one day, and then I have the next day off, and then I finish my work week. I'm gonna act up. I gotta go out to like, what's the word I'm looking for? To christen my face. It's like, let's have a party because I've been unmasked. I'm the villain of this story. Before, I was wearing glasses and I had messy hair, and now I have locks and I took my glasses off. And you know what that means, fellas? That means I'm hot now. So, of course, I have to be messy about it because also, I'm from the Bronx. I never forget that. I live in Brooklyn now, and I'm a Brooklynite. That means I go full hipster or whatever the fuck it means to be from Brooklyn, but like in my heart, I'm from the Bronx. I'm ready to scrap because there's danger around every corner. I've never experienced danger in my hood. It's always in like Manhattan or like Brooklyn. That's where the biggest creeps are. But like, I don't think I've been harassed in the Bronx the way I get harassed in Manhattan and Brooklyn and online. You know? It's my mom that made me the way I am. Plus, like, being around the Bronx stereotypes. You just grow up around that shit. But I am from the Bronx. I am ready to go. And it doesn't help that one of my other coworkers is also from the Bronx, and she just be messy sometimes. And it's just like, it just brings out the Bronx chick in me. I just be ready to scrap. But like, sometimes somebody would be saying some shit and she'd just be getting up like she about to go fight. But she just, talks to them because we gotta kill them with kindness. And I'm just like, damn, you bringing it out of me. And I'm not even that kind of person. It's like, it's in me. But I'm not like that. I mean, granted, I don't know. I don't know that. Let me stop saying that. I don't fucking know that. Because, like, just because I grew up soft and quiet doesn't change the fact that I'm loud as fuck and I be ready to scrap. I'm also a pacifist because I'm a big bitch and I believe in love. So, like, if you trying to talk, if you trying to fight, I'm probably gonna restrain you. But if you get me mad enough, I mean, granted, that was me when I was younger. Like, like that one time I stabbed that kid because he tried to steal my pencil. And like, you don't steal my pencils of all my things that you could be stealing, because I'm just gonna have to stab you because my pencils are fancy and you can't have them because I bought them for me. You're not special. You can't have my shit. If you were special to me, I would let you steal my shit, because at that point it's just you wrongly like asking me for a thing, expressing that you want this thing, and either I can say, okay, you can steal it from me, or no, bitch, give me, that's mine, you know? But if you ain't special, you gonna have to put that down because I paid for that and I bought that for me, and you're not part of me, so you can't have my shit, you know? So, like, if you touch me, it's on sight, and I just want you to know that I am a little noodle with noodle arms, and I'm small, weaker than most. So I fight dirty. I go for you know the vital points, because if the big people can try to use their bigness against me and think that they're just going to beat me up because they're bigger than me, I'm going to have to remind them that you're a squishy human with weak points. It's called an Achilles heel for a reason. Wasn't Achilles a god? That nigga still had a weakness. You know? And big dudes usually still have balls. It's gotta pop up. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Plus, this thing right here, this nose thing. Usually, if you just punt that, they're dead. Or this thing right here. If you just punt that, they're dead. So, if you can get me, you have my respect. So far, in like most playful play fighting situations, I haven't been like caught. I'm a slippery motherfucker, you know? I like to use people's momentum against them. I like to use inertia as a weapon, you know. But I don't know. Like, only one dude has like hit me like he meant it. Granted, like, people like to hold back against me. I am a sponge that likes to push my limits. Also, I'm slightly masochistic, especially like, so if we're like play fighting, go on, give me a good punch. It's gonna make me want to give you a good punch, and like, part of me really holds back when it comes to play fighting, so I don't be punching niggas. Why are we talking about this? How do we get here? Anyway, life is exciting. Hopefully, actually, no, that's the next step, because then I'll have everything. I have a good job, I have benefits. Soon I'm gonna have eyes and a new child. Man, I have the worst case of empty nest syndrome. It's so bad. It's so bad, y'all. Like, it doesn't help that I see animals all day, every day, and it's just like, yep, I would adopt you. You would be my dog. Like that. This cat, think I might become a crazy cat lady. It's like, I didn't think having a large amount of cats was so popular until I was shown just how popular it is. That's about to be me. But like, I'm dead ass about to start having outside cats. I'm about to start feeding outside cats because I want cats. I want babies, and all I can have right now is a cat. And I can have as many cats as I want if I become a feeder of these outside cats. And technically, my job allows me to do that because I can get food from the shelter to give to these cats to make them love me, and then I could pet the cats. So I think my next step will be finding a lover that I can play fight with. I miss the spontaneity of romance, I miss play fighting with someone and sweet kisses and having someone to talk to and snuggle with. That's fun. That's fun. I was hoping that having a job that has me outside more would help me meet people, but like I only meet the people at my job. I'd be biking, and that's not gonna help me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Maybe I'm gonna try and get out more. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how to meet people. And most people are just like, oh, I like you. And I don't know what to do with that. It's like, oh, cool. Do you want to go on a date? Because the way I see it, if I ask you for on the first date, like, the way I see it, the person that asks the other person on the date, on the first date, that's who pays. You know? If you want to go Dutch after that, we can go Dutch after that. If, like, but I also believe, like, you know, if we're in a relationship, I totally am down for going Dutch unless it's one of those, like, I want to take you out tonight. You're my special baby, so I'm gonna, like, treat you. And then in which case, like, whoever decides to do that can pay for whatever, you know? That's just the way I look at things. But I'm also super awkward. And I like people who are just like, yeah, let's go on a date. And then they actually follow through with that. Because I have really bad social anxiety. And nobody, like, plays the long game. Nobody, like, talks to me. It makes me comfortable with having a conversation with them. It makes me go, ooh, I like talking to this person. I'm excited to talk to this person. You know, nobody goes that route and then go like, ooh, let's go on a date. It's just like, hi, I'm a stranger. Would you like to go on a date with me? Cool. I'm not gonna like follow up on you the day of the date. I'm just gonna like sit here and say nothing. I'm gonna make you ask for it. And I'm just like, I can do bad on my own. Humans are weird and I'm apathetic to them and my job is not helping that. So I'm probably gonna die alone and I'm becoming okay with that. Maybe I'll just become a crazy cat lady. And that would be the moral to my story. Could be fun. But anyway, we're at 46 minutes and I only have 51 minutes to record before my phone runs out of storage. But plus, I'm at 50% battery. 15, let me specify 15% battery. So my phone might die at any second. That's where I'm at, you know? Gonna get my eyeballs lasered so that I don't need glass in front of my face and then act up. I got a new job, which hopefully I keep. You know, it's not like Blick where it's like I did a good job but I was late all the time. I'm hoping my fuck ups aren't too fuck uppery so that they don't have a reason to fire me. You know, which is weird to say because it's like it kind of sucks working there. It's like so many people have left because it sucks, and I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna get suckier. But like, I think I can stick through it. I think it's kind of nice. I enjoy what we're doing, so hopefully they don't fire me. I think my probation period ends this month, so if I have a job next month, we're cooking with fire, boys. And girls, and squirrels, and non binary pals. I'm not sure girls watch me. If you're a girl and you're in the chat, say hi. If you're a non binary pal and you're in the chat, say hi. I mean, I guess if you're a boy, you can say hi too. We're all about equality here. I just want to know who's out there, you know? I don't know who enjoy listening to me ramble. I would like to believe that sad people all around the world can see my sad journey and we can all crawl out of the darkness 1 inch at a time together, you know? It is possible, I want to say. I am a really optimistic person and I try not to let things get me down because there's always a silver lining, you know? There's always a double rainbow to be found. That's a lie, I'm sorry. There's at least a single rainbow to be found. That's factual. Double rainbows are a lot rarer to come across, you know? So I like to believe in the positives of life. So I like to believe that one day I will find love. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever wanted to do in life, find love and create shit. And I do create a lot of shit. And I even get to be creative at my job, which is always fun and a very morbid, very disturbing kind of way. But I get to be creative, and I love being creative, and I love that I get to be creative at work, and I get to name a bunch of animals. That's my favorite part of the job. I love naming motherfuckers. It's like, I've been naming cats after the cats from Cats. That's been super fun. I love doing that. I love doing that. Soon I'm gonna run out of cats names. It would be even cooler if they were like street cats. But anyway, I'm gonna log out because I'm about to hit 15 minutes anyway. Until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved by this guy because you are here indulging in my chaos, and I appreciate you for that. And this gal, she loves you too because she is the best friend anyone could to wish to have. Until next time, goodbye.